Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Naomi and today I have a treat for you. So today I'm sharing something that I recorded in my online studio, Move with Naomi. Now this is one of my very favorite ways to teach a flow. So today, if you choose to join me, you are going to do a building flow with me. Now, a building flow is sort of what it sounds like. You start with one pose and then you add another and another and another until you have a full sequence of 10 poses in this case, although it could be more, it could be less, that you progressively build up to because you are only adding one pose at a time. So, if this sounds like something that you want to try, let's just get right to it and I'll see you on the other side. Come on up toward the front of your mat. Trying again. Feet about hip width apart. Okay, maybe a little bit wider to give yourself a bit of space just to see the context. Hip width would be here. A little bit wider is there. It's not a huge difference, okay? So we're going to start with our squats. Squat down and up. Squat down and up. Two more of these. Squat down and up. Squat down and up. Now you're going to add squat down, shift to the left. Right knee comes up. Right foot down, squat. Left knee up. Okay, left foot down, squat. Right knee up. So you're just getting used to this action. Right foot down, squat. Left knee up. Now we're adding left foot down, squat. Lift your right knee up. Step your right leg back, tap it down. Step back up into your squat. Lift your left knee up. Left leg back, tap your knee down. Step back up, squat. Lift your right knee up. Step your right leg back, tap it down. Right leg back up, squat. Left knee up. Step, left leg back, tap your knee down. Left leg back up, squat. Now we're going to add right knee up. Right leg back, tap your knee down, and then straighten both legs, lean back. Okay, step up, squat. Left knee up, left leg back, tap your knee down, straighten both legs, lean back. Step back up, squat. Right knee up, right leg back, tap your knee down, straighten both legs, lean back, and then open it up, triangle pose. Left hand goes down, right arm up. That's right. Bend your left knee, step right leg up, squat. Lift your left knee up, step left leg back, tap your knee down. Straighten your legs, lean back. Turn your left foot out, triangle pose. So your right hand can come to your shin, to the floor, even higher if you need. Bend your right knee slightly, step left foot up, squat. Right knee up, right leg back, tap your knee down. Straighten both legs, lean back, triangle pose. Turn your right foot out, left hand down, right arm up. Okay, bend your left knee, right heel up, high lunge, arms up. Another lunge. And then push to step your right leg back up, squat. Left knee up, left leg back, knee down. Straighten both legs, lean back. Open it up, triangle pose. So left foot turns out. Right hand down, left arm up. Bend your right knee, high lunge. The back heel lifts. Back leg is straight. And then push to step your left leg back up, squat. Right knee up, step right leg back, tap your knee down. Straighten both legs, lean back, turn it out, triangle pose. Good. Bend your left knee, high lunge. And then lower your right knee down and either bring your hands to your hips or interlace your fingers behind your back. Okay, so hands to your hips, great. Fingers interlaced behind your back, also great. And then release your arms. Push back up, squat, left knee up, step your left leg back, tap your knee down. Straighten both legs, lean back, turn your left foot out, triangle pose. Bend your right knee, high lunge. Lower your left knee, and again, hands to your hips or Interlace your fingers behind your back. Both are good. Okay, release your arms, push, step back up to stand, squat, right knee up, right leg back, tap your knee down, straighten both legs, lean back, turn it out, triangle pose. Okay, left hand down, right arm up, bend your left knee, high lunge, both arms up. Low lunge, right knee goes down, hands to your hips, or fingers interlaced, lift your chest. Good. Right knee up, shift forward, warrior three, keep your fingers interlaced if you can, or keep your hands at your hips if you can, and then lower your right leg, release your arms, squat. Left knee up, left leg back, tap your knee down, straighten both legs, lean back, turn your left foot out, triangle pose. So right hand down, left arm up. Bend your right knee, high lunge. Lower your left knee, low lunge, hands to your hips or interlace your fingers. Now that you know what's coming next, maybe you make a different choice. Okay? Left knee up, shift forward, warrior three. Keep your hands at your hips or interlaced if you can. So you have to push down through your left leg, extend back. And then release your arms, lower your left leg, squat. Right knee up, right leg back, tap your knee down. Straighten both legs, lean back, turn it out, triangle pose. Bend your left knee, high lunge, right heel lifts, arms up. Lower your right knee, hands at your hips or interlace your fingers. Lift your chest. Shift forward, warrior three. Push straight down through your left leg as you reach out through your right. And then lower your left hand to your block or to the floor. Right arm up, half moon. So you have to turn your right foot out. Yeah. Lower your right leg down, squat. Lift your left knee up, step your left foot back, tap down. Straighten both legs, lean back, triangle pose. Bend your right knee, high lunge. Lower your left knee, low lunge. Interlace your fingers or hands at your hips. Shift forward and up, warrior three. So push powerfully through your right leg as you lift your left leg up. And then half moon. So right hand goes down to your block or to the floor. Turn your left foot out as you squeeze your right hip in. You're going to lower your left leg down, squat. Only one more pose, lift your right knee up. Right leg back, tap your knee down. Straighten both legs, lean back. Triangle pose. Bend your left knee, high lunge. Lower your right knee, low lunge. Hands at your hips or interlace your fingers. Warrior three, push off. Right leg up. Half moon, a left hand to the ground or to your block. Turn your right foot out. Now tuck your right knee in towards your chest, grab your foot. Chapasana. So just like we did in table, pull your left hip underneath you and take your thigh back. Good, release your foot, lower it down, squat, left knee up, left leg back, tap your knee down. Lift your knees, straighten your leg, lean back, open it into triangle pose. Right hand down, left arm up. Bend your right knee, high lunge. Lower your left knee, low lunge, hands to your hips or fingers interlaced. Shift forward and up, warrior three. Half moon, right hand goes down, turn left foot out. Okay, bend your left knee for chapasana. Tuck your left knee towards your chest. And then take your knee back, your thigh back, pull your right butt underneath you. Just like we did earlier in table pose. If you can't grab your foot, that's also fine. Okay, release your foot, left foot down. We're going to do this 2 more times. Squat, right knee up, right leg back, tap your knee down. Straighten both legs, lean back, triangle pose. Turn your right foot out, left hand down. Okay, bend your left knee, high lunge. Lower your right knee, low lunge. Arm position of your choice. Shift forward, warrior three. And then half moon. Left hand goes down, turn your right foot out. Tuck your right knee in towards your chest. You might need to bend your left knee to make it happen. Send your thigh back. Woo. Release your right foot down. Squat. Left knee up. Left leg back. Tap your knee down. Straighten both legs. Lean back. Turn your left foot out. Triangle pose. Bend your right knee. High lunge. Left knee down. Low lunge. Shift forward. Warrior three. Half moon. Right hand goes down. Turn left foot out. Chapasana. Tuck your left knee in. Grab your ankle or your foot and send your thigh back. And if you cannot easily or comfortably grab your foot, just take your arm alongside your body with your knee bent, heel towards your butt. Okay, release your left foot down. One more time through on each side. Squat. Right knee up. Right leg back. Tap your right knee down. Straighten both legs. Lean back. Triangle pose. Left hand down. Right arm up. Bend your left knee. High lunge. Lower your right knee. Arms down. Reach back. Hands at your hips or interlaced. Okay, shift forward. Warrior three. Half moon. Left hand to the block or to the floor. Chapasana. Tuck your right knee towards your chest. Grab your foot. Send your thigh back. And then bring your right foot down. Squat. Left knee up. Left leg back. Tap your knee down. Straighten both legs. Lean back. Turn it open. Triangle pose. Bend your right knee. High lunge. Woo. Lower your left knee. Low lunge. Arm position of your choice. Shift forward. Warrior three. Half moon. Right hand down. Left foot turns out. Bend your left knee. Tuck it in. Chapasana. Grab your foot or your ankle or nothing. Send your thigh back as your right hip pulls under. Whew. And then release your left leg. Left foot down. Squat. And then push all the way up to stand. Whew. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat for my building flow. Like I said, these are some of my absolute favorite flows to teach, in part because they allow me as a teacher to get you familiar with the sequence so that you remember things as you go, because the more you do it, right, the more you do certain poses, the less you have to think about it. Right? So you are leading yourself a little bit more than I'm leading you, but it also allows us both, but in particular you, to warm up for the more challenging poses at the end of the flow. So the beginning of the flow serves to just help get your body ready through different transitions and through different poses, so that when we get to the last three poses in particular in this flow, you can really enjoy it. Now, this flow was inspired by a single pose. It was inspired by a lunge, actually, because a lunge is the pose of the month in my online studio, Move with Naomi. And this was filmed as part of the 60-minute class that I teach there. However, what I really want to point out is that sometimes one pose is all you need. Sometimes all you need is one pose to inspire you. So you think about a lunge and you could just do a lunge and then think, what do I want to do after that? If you want to do something after that. And in fact, like really, truly, one of the things that holds us back from movement is the idea that we need to do so many things, right? That it has to be creative and interesting and challenging and long and hard and, just something that you might expect at a studio or in a class, when really you have what you need in single poses, right? You could look at each individual pose of this entire flow and pick out each pose and have 10 days worth of yoga, 10 days worth of movement. And all that really means is that, for example, you could just do squats one day, which is where we start in the flow. You could do lifting your knee up and balancing and marching one day, and that could be your practice, right? You could do step back lunges, tapping your knee down, alternating one leg after the other, and that could be your practice, right? We don't have to overcomplicate things, we can simplify. And so in creating this building flow, I want you to see both. I want you to see that you can very easily link poses together and be playful and creative and come up with something really fun and interesting that challenges you and that raises your heart rate and that is dynamic and, just fun, right? But also you can take this flow apart piece by piece and practice it one pose at a time and have enough to keep you busy for over a week. And both ways are good. So I hope that no matter how you use this practice, it serves you well. Thank you so much for joining me again here on the mat. If you want to see this entire practice, if you want to get the whole 60 minutes, come on and join me in Move with Naomi. We have so much fun there. I do flows like this, but also other ones that are totally different, but they are always creative, always unexpected, always thinking a little bit outside of the mat to give you something that maybe you've never seen before, particularly if you're really used to traditional movement practices. Now, if you want to join me in Move with Naomi, all you have to do is look at the description below. You will not only find a link to learn more about my online studio, but you will also see a coupon code that will give you 50% off your first 2 months, which is a pretty sweet deal. So whether I see you back here on the mat on YouTube or whether I see you on the mat in Move, I am so glad that you are here practicing with me. Thank you for being here. It is an absolute pleasure to share this movement practice with you, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Until then.